Hi, everybody. I'm Marshie Morgan, and today we're going to be talking about business and thinking about our exit strategy. Now, why do we want an exit strategy? Because we got into business so we could get out of working, right? And so sometimes we get so wrapped up in what we're doing that we neglect how to get out. So the sage advice is that you should have an exit strategy before you even begin. Now, I am the author of 13 interactive challenges to self discovery and grandparent memories from the heart. I do speaking engagements, and you can find those links below. Now, if you haven't thought of an exit strategy, you need to start. Who's going to take over? Do your kids really want this business? Are you going to use a broker dealer? Did you buy this business and that's what you're going to kind of do is sell it off to someone else? Or is the business just tied up with your name and that's it? So there really isn't anything to sell because your business has been built around you and it's just you. And when you're gone or you decide you don't want to do it anymore, there's nothing there because you're not there. So you need to start thinking about that. If you have a business and it's tied to your name, be careful. You need to do some rebranding so you actually do have something to sell, right? More than just name list or your your product per se. Because a lot of times your name and you are eccentric value. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that you can't really put a price on it. They're buying you. They're buying your value and your belief system and who you are, not the company, not the product. Yes, they do, but they connected with you personally. So you need to think of an exit strategy. Now, there's a couple of ways of doing it, and that's not what this video is about. My job is to get you to start thinking about it, especially if you haven't. So, like in my mind, my business is kind of tied to me. I'm in a niche. I teach food safety, right? When I'm gone, I may be able to sell it, but probably not. And the reason being is people don't need my service for another 5 years. So there's not a whole lot. My financial services business, I did not build it up to a point where I can actually sell it. Now, I chose not to because I didn't want that particular lifestyle. So I chose not to go that route. But I knew that going in back in my 20s that I wasn't going to do that. Okay. So that one's gone. My food manager is gone. My speaking engagements, no one can speak for me, right? Um, so you're kind of left with, you know, books. So then what? You have to think, what's the exit strategy? Let's say you're a small lawn care business. You can sell your equipment and out you go. If you are a plumbing business, you can sell your trucks and your inventory and what have you and get out. But you need to know how that process works. Are you going to use a broker? Are you going to use word of mouth? Are you What are you going to do? Are you going to let a competitor buy it? What are you going to cut a deal with your journeyman that's been studying um, after you? How are you going to get out? It's the same thing when you're trying to uh, get, when you're about to retire. I'm going to do another video on that. But think about your exit strategy. How much is it going to cost you? If you have an LLC, understand it's just not shut your door and out and you worry about it anymore. No, because your business is running a month behind. You still have those expenses that you have to take care of. You have to deal with the state and the federal governments and file those taxes and make sure that you dissolve your business. And if you fail to do that, it's going to cause a mess. So understand, when someone is buying your business, they're not buying your LLC until you dissolve it, because they have to put that LLC's name, if they want to keep it, under their name and their social security. So you have to dissolve it and give it up and put it where it's back into inventory where someone could actually purchase it. So you don't own it anymore because you dissolved it. So what that person is buying is your property, the equipment, the processes, the systems, the standard operating procedures, the client base, the numbers, the email, the domain, all of that. But they're not actually buying the LLC name because it's tied to your social security, which you have to let go of. Now, that's part of the exit strategy. I would love to know how your ideas are on what exit strategy means to you. And have you done it? Are you facing it? How are you handling it? Let the community know. Put it in the comments below. This channel is all about tips, tricks, and hacks in your business and personal life. So you never know exactly what I'm going to come up with, but I promise you, it is good and my heart is for you. Bring it to you. Okay, be blessed. Bye-bye.